diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. To the air, it's Coffee. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
They'll keep it on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wide open makes the catch. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
A first down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on second and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be damned, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the down to the 49.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Connection to the right. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Looking to fire. They're working that left side. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in the window. Good pass defense.
Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with the lone back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Wants to throw. It's Coffee. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Makes the grab on the big throw. Finds some room. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He got a step and just dusted the field.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. They want to run it left here. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
A first down run in the red zone. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Got a man. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. DB's right up on the receivers. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Now adjusting. Fires to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Rushes on him. Makes the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes a man miss. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
To the air, it's Coffee. Going to throw it over the top of the beam. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
And the quarterback knew football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Spits it out to the back. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to... Trying to rumble in.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. USF rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Tampa. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Cuse. A great catch and run for 6.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He gets the 2-point conversion, and we've got a ball game. They're down by 7. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Coffee. Working that left side now. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Fires to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Might be changing the route. Off the play fake. Swings it out to the flat. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open line.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Coffee. Quick strike complete. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Zings it complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably at a field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the 1st half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll immediately call timeout. Just enough time for one final play of the half. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this 1st half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, and you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. Running to the left. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Syracuse. And here they come, almost all the way back.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
to the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second.
Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Orange. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
That's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Yeah, they gave up a completion, but did you see them swarm to it, rip the ball out, they're able to scoop it, score? That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The give to the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
The Buckeyes will punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Cuse. And an epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more.
And he muffs it, a loose football. No shot at a return. It's out in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now they find themselves behind, David. Let's see if they have an answer.
Yeah, losing the lead, obviously lose a little bit of momentum, but this offense, you can gain it right back, Palmer. Let's get a drive starter going. Find some guys you know you're going to make some plays for.
So that's the challenge for them. You've got to answer, right? You've got to take the field here. You've got to execute, be physical, and regain this lead.
Got his man quickly. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's Jones. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, it's Coffee. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Wants to throw again. firing to the right, complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
Man, I love playing dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the 1st down.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And that had all the makings of Bud Meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 2nd down coming up. From the gun. Give on the inside. Still running at the 40. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave.
Turning it on. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. When you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The play action fake. It's complete to the right. Puts him in the spin cycle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Touch pass on the run. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on the last play.
Wants to keep it in the air. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Eye on everything all over the country. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Syracuse Orange. taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running back searching for a hole. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Coffee. Got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls it.
Using the quick game.
I think sometimes offensively you got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary. You got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
Guys really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw again. It's complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete.